I'd like to take a moment to talk about dysphoria. I'm in a semi-natural state. No makeup, barely any brows, hair's crazy, not wearing much other than this very long cardigan. And sometimes when I look at my pictures, I think, I don't know what I look like. That doesn't look like me. And although I'm not depressed about how I look in any way, dysphoria, whenever I get dysphoric, it's mostly because of my chest being so prominent. But other than that, I like most every part of me. I've learned to love me a whole lot since I came out as being a trans boy. And even my unmasculine parts, I've learned to accept and love for their sensitivity, their functionality, their look, their difference, their uniqueness, etc., etc. But dysphoria is more than just looking at yourself and going, I'm not the gender I want to be. It could be just, I don't look this way to myself. So whenever I put on clothes and I shop for clothes, I often forget that I'm not some 6'3", angular, slender person. And even though I know that, I'm not blind to myself, it's just that somewhere in the back of my mind, I see myself as that. So I can put my clothes on almost anybody. I have friends who come by, I dress them, and they're just like, oh, your clothes aren't going to fit me, because they look at my body and then they realize that I shop for the body I want, not for the body that I have. But I make it work. I'm fitting my clothes, trust me. So I just wanted to take a moment to say that sometimes, even in the most confident, happy, and strongest of people, that dysphoria can sink in. And it can affect what you're going to do. It can affect what you're going to buy. It can affect how you wear your clothes, and it can affect how many pictures you have to take before you put them on Tumblr, Facebook, etc. Because you're just like, what am I looking at? What is this? Just look the way you looked in my head when I put it on, you know? And although when I see myself, I like what I see, I don't by any means think that I'm unattractive. I mean, come on. But I'm not arrogant either. It's not like I think I'm better than anyone. In fact, a lot of the times I want to dress up my friends and, the tall, adorable boys that I know who are cis or whatever. I want to put them in my clothes just to see the finished outcome that I see in my mind. Like, an artist will have an idea and they'll go to their canvas and they'll try and spit that on there, and then they take a look at it and go, that is not what's in my head. Although that's not bad. I painted a tree. I wanted to paint a tree. I painted the tree. It looks like a damn tree, but it doesn't look like the tree with a great detail and color and vibrance that I could imagine. It is literally a self-reality versus expectation sort of meme that happens, and you just think, you know what? I don't know what I look like. I look at myself in the mirror 80 times a day. In fact, people call me vain because I have in my houses, my room, angles for which you could see yourself in the room anywhere else in the room from different angles. I don't know why. I don't know. I like to look at myself and my clothes and the effort that I put into the aesthetic that I've tried to hone all this time. And even then, at the end of the day, I'm just like, what do you see when you look at me? What's the first thing you notice? Is it my face, my clothes, my feet, my hands, my crazy hair? What is it? Is it the chest that I work so hard to bind, that I bruise myself to bind? Is it the fact that I don't really have hips, that my hip illusion is actually my big ass thighs and not my more feminine curve? I don't really have one. What is it? Because to me, none of that's there. And I'm surprised every time I look back at my photos to see this person. It's not really even a fit thing. I don't really care for exercising. I probably should, but I like sitting on my computer and eating more so than that. So that's just the cross I have to bear. But I don't know, think about it, guys. I mean, it could happen with anybody. Maybe you think you're thinner than you are. Maybe you learn to love that you're not. Maybe you think you're lighter than you are. Or whatever. I just thought about that today. Looking at my old Facebook pictures and shopping for the future. I'm just like, oh well. Think about that. Leave comments. Get back to me. Bye.